Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about QXS2, which is called as L-clamp. So you need to model this L-clamp. So I'll be modeling this into two parts. One part I'll be model as a bottom part, and other thing I'll model as the other part. I'll model the bottom part once, and I'll draw these two rectangles in once. I'm drawing. So if you see the bottom part has a width of 118 and a length width is 118 and a length of 44 and the height is 116. So you have to use extrude command and you have to give the width as 118 and length as 44 and height as 16 so that it will be completed. And you have to use the round command on these two edges. You have to use the round command so that and this is the width, this is the length. So the radius comes as 22. So the radius comes as 22. So with the radius 22, you have to use the round command and again use the references so that to locate the center. To locate the center, use the references so that you will get one center of the this arc center, this uh, round semicircle center you will be getting here. And at this point you have to draw the two circles. The circle diameter is 16. So two circles you have to draw, and you have to make a distance of these two circles as 24. And you have to use a delete segment, and just like trim in AutoCAD, you have to use a delete segment and you have to delete this inner portion so that you will be getting this shape, and you can use extrude command, extrude cut in order to remove this portion. So bottom portion is completed. So you have to draw with the 118, 44 and 16, and you have to do all the other things. And so I'll explain here. So you will be drawing the 118, then 44, again 118, 44. So that then you will have to give the height of 16. So you will be giving the height of 16. So this is the bottom portion you will be generating, and here you will be generating the round command. So this is the case. So with respect to this, from here it starts, and you are generating a round command so that this portion will be removed. And you know the center, from the center you have to draw the circles. Two circles you have to draw, and these two circles distance is 24, and the diameter is 16. The diameter of the circle is 16. And you have to draw, use the line tangent command. So line tangent command, it will draw the tangent among these two circles. So you'll be drawing the tangents to these two circles. So you'll be generating them, and you have to use a delete segment command. So delete segment command, and you will be deleting these things so that it will be completed. So by using delete segment command, you will be deleting these things, and you have to perform extrude cut so that this will be completed. And here I will select this space for drawing certain things. Then I'll use the references for generating these things. And on these references, I have to draw two rectangles. I have to draw these two rectangles. So this width of the rectangle is 48. So they have mentioned that the width of the rectangle is 48, and this distance, length of this rectangle comes as 12. So this length of the rectangle comes as 12, and you have to extrude it to a height of. You have to calculate the height. The height is not given exactly here. So already we have drawn 16. So 40 minus 16. So it comes as 24. So already 16 has been generated at the bottom. So 40 minus 16. So it comes as 24. And this 24 is still here. And we need to find this distance. This vertical distance we have to find out. So if this is the 48, diameter is 48. So for this center, this radius will become as 24. So this will become as 24. So you have to add 24 plus 24. So it will become as 48. So the height you have to give it as 48. So this vertical height, we will be giving it as 48 on all the sides. We will be giving it as 48. So that this will be generated. So similarly here also you will be generating the same thing. So that will be generated here. So this height comes as 48, and you have to use the again round command. Select these things 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to select all the 4 parts. So the as I already told, diameter is 48. So the radius comes as 24. So the radius with the radius 24, you will be making these. With the radius 24, you will be making these things. So that this portion is automatically removed. And again, you have to use references and find the center of this circle. So the center will be somewhere here, and draw the diameter 20. The diameter is 20. So draw the diameter 20 and extrude till the end, so that you will get a hole inside this one. And again at this corner, again use a fillet and make it as 2 mm, and reduce the use a round command and make it as 2 mm in this case, so that this dimension is 2. So assume that radius is 2, so that you can this is will be generated. Okay. So we'll be seeing how to draw this exercise in Creo, so that I will be clearing all this. So for this exercise, you have to make it as you have to draw this one in the Creo. So if you see here, so I hope you can see the screen of this one. So after installing the Creo software, you have to open on Start. Then you have to click on All Programs. Then you have to select the PTC Creo. There is a file name called PTC Creo. So in that you can find Creo parametric. So here you can see that it is Creo parametric. I'm using version 3.0. So latest is 6.0. So you can select the Creo parametric here. So click on new, and to click on new, and we are creating a part. So this is a solid part, and directly gives a name here. So L clamp. So I'm directly selecting L clamp. Don't give any space between L and clamp, so that it will say some error. And you have to remove this default template, because the default units is inches and feet. So default units will be inches for the Creo software. So if you remove this one, and you can select the mm. So remove default template and click on OK. So in default it will be inches. So I will select as part solid. And if you want to give your name as model or description of any this component, you can make it or click OK. So that you can see this top view, front view, and side view. It is rotating, so that you can see the actual workspace layout for the part modeling will be open. So this is still loading. So here we got these three things. First, I'll select the top view. So on top view, I'm generating from the bottom. So I'll be click on extrude. Directly I will click on extrude. So that directly sketch. Whenever my sketch is completed, directly it will be extruded. So click on extrude. So you need to know what are the dimensions. Whatever I explained, you need to know the dimensions. So you will get this one and click on sketch view. Either you can click on sketch view here, or you can click on sketch view here. So I'll select a rectangle, center rectangle. So from the center, I'll be drawing a rectangle. I'll be from the center, I'll be drawing a rectangle. I'll click on escape and escape. 2 times I need to click on escape. So I'll give the H as 118. Enter. And the width is 44. Enter. So this is what I have drawn here. I click OK. And directly it will ask to extrude. So you can see this is extrude. So here I'll give height is only 16, 16 and enter. So that this is what I have drawn. So this is 118 and this is 44. I click on OK. So that the bottom face I have done. So I'll click on, I'll select the face so that it should be this color. It should be darker green color. Then only you can select other things. Again I'll click on, again I will click on sketch and sketch view. So that this is what I have generated. No, I'll click on cancel. Yes. So for the generated object, I have to perform the round. So I'll click on, you have to, out of this case, you have to come and click on round. Select these two vertical lines. I'll click on control and select these two things. I'll select these two things. Yeah. So I've selected these two things. So for both the things, radius is 150. As you know, the distance is 44. Diameter is 44. So I'll be giving it as 22. Radius is 22. Okay, I'll click on OK. Thank you. I'll select this. I've done some mistake in the selection, so I'll select this one. So in the round command, I'll click on OK. So I'll click on round command so that I'll be selecting this space once and I'll be selecting use control. Select this one. I'll click OK. So that this face is generated. And again, I'll select this top face so that it should darker green. Then I'll click on sketch and sketch view. Sketch and sketch view. So that this is what I have generated. So I want what is the center of this arc. So click on references. I'll select, yeah, so that I'll generate the center of this one. So on this here, I need to draw two circles. One circle here at one circle diameter is 16, and another circle distance from the center is around 24. It is 24. Then I'll click on circle. Then from this position, I'll be drawing a circle. I'll try to draw it as small as possible. And again, at certain another distance, I'll place a circle. So if you see here, there's a green color letter R. So you have to make sure that there's a green color letter R. If you move above or below, you can't get. So make sure that you have same green color R so that the both circles it will have the same diameter. I'm placing here. I'll click escape, and so I can give the diameter. So I'll directly click. So it's showing as R1, but it's a diameter. So you have to give it a 16 and enter. So that it is both overlapping and it took a distance from this center to this center. I don't want this, so I'll click on normal. Normal create dimension that reference sketch or reference entity. So I click the normal, just like I define these 2 points, this point and this point. I'll move away and I'll click my scroll button. You have a scroll button on the mouse, just click the scroll button on the mouse so that this distance will be generated. Type it as 24 meter so that it is at a distance of 24. Then you have to click on, then I'll clicking on line tangent because I need to draw the tangent for these two circles. I'll select the circle and I'll select the circle place. And again I'll click on line tangent. I'll select this circle and I'll select this circle. So that tangent has been drawn. Now these are unnecessary portions. So what are the unnecessary portions I have to delete? So here I'll be using a command called delete segment. So it is dynamically trim section ending. So I'll select the trim segment. So make sure that you delete only that unnecessary portion. Don't select other portion. If you select other portion, again you have to click on Control Z and you have to select it. Okay. So I think I have selected the other one. So this one deleted. So I'll click on Control Z. So I'll click on again delete segment and I'll select carefully so that that portion will be deleted. Okay. And if you zoom in and zoom out, if you zoom in and zoom out, so you can see that these arcs, extra arcs are available. So again, I click on delete segment and I'll select this one so that it will be deleted and it will be deleted. Again, I'll click on video so that again I'll come back to the same position. So as in the problem, it is diameter is 16 and the distance of these two is this one. Click on OK. This is important. If you are not doing this one, the total problem will become. I click on extrude. So it is coming above. I'll flip the direction so that it will reverse and remove material. This is the remove material. I click on remove material. So the height is 16. So directly it is more than depth. So you can automatically delete it. So the bottom portion is completed. So again I'll click on this one, darker area. Again I'll click on directly extrude and sketch view. So this is one what I have drawn. And here I will take the references here. References, I will select the top here and these two sides. So that I need to create the two rectangles here. So I click on close. Then I will click on rectangle and corner rectangle. So I have to create the two rectangles at the corner. I will place here and I will be placing here. So that these two are equal with the length and width. I'll place it here. I'll click on escape so that I'll come out of the command. So this distance, it is coming as 48. As per the problem, it is 48. And this distance, so if I'm changing this distance, automatically this will be changed automatically. So I'll double click this one and the distance comes as 12. So that automatically both the things are being changed. Okay. And click on OK. And you have to perform the extrude operation. The height comes as 48. As we discussed, the height is 48. So this is the height what we have got. Click on OK. So click on OK here. Then I'll select one of the face. Select one of the face. I'll select one of the face and I'll be clicking on extrude. Finally, I have to perform extrude. Okay, so I'll be coming out of the extrude command. So I'll click on escape. I'll be selecting the round again. I'll be selecting the round again and I need to select. I'll click on control. I'll select this one, this portion. I'll select this portion and this portion. You need to click the control button and select this one. And this diameter comes as radius comes as 24. Enter. So that you'll get exact radius 24 and enter. Okay. So this is what I have generated. Then I'll select this face. I will select this face completely. So darker green area. I'll click on extrude and sketch view. Extrude and sketch view. Okay. So nothing happens. I'll click on references. I'll select this as my reference. So that I'll get the center. Where is my center? I'll be getting the center. I'll click on circle with center and point. So at this center, I'll be drawing a circle. Click on escape and escape so that I can use the dimensions. So I'll double click this one. So its diameter comes as 20. Click on enter and click on OK so that the performing extrude and extrude is coming out. I don't want this side. I'll flip the direction. Come this side and it is passing to this one, but it's not crossing this one. So what I do, I need to enter the value or else I can select this one and I can drag. So if I drag this one and it's coming out, when this is the object done, click on OK so that it will be complete. Again, click on round and you need to select these two things. These two things I haven't selected, so I'll select this edge, control, select control on this edge. So here I have to give a round of around 2 mm, 2 to 4 mm you can use because it is not specified. Then it has been completed. Then your L clamp has been completed. Then again click on render and highlight the other portion. So click on render, appearance. So in appearance you have to select the yellow color. So I'm selecting this color. So it asks select one or more items. Then select such a way that this should be selected. Use control button Click the control button and select the other things, whatever maybe the render. You can select the other things. So that's complete this one. Wherever you have performed the cut, you have to better to use this one. And it has selected only this one, and the bottom this is not selected. I select this. So that whatever you have used extrude cut, better to use this one. Click on OK, so that it will be highlighted in the another color, yellow color. It will be highlighted, and again I have to give the dimensions. So after render, beside render you have annotate. Click on annotate, and you have to select the complete object. So you see here the green color line is highlighting. So this green color line has to be highlighted for all the other things also. Then this select this one. So make sure that this green color line has to be on all the complete objects. So if it is on complete object, then click on show annotations. Click on show annotation. If you select this one, everything will be selected. So I'll select this one so that everything is selected. I'll click on apply and click on OK. So that whatever you have done, everything has been shown here. So what you have to do is you have to drag it and place it such a way that it should be at the center. So I'll annotate and I'll be selecting this object and I'll drag it and place such a way that it should be at the center. So this is 118. I'll drag it and place it at the center. This is 44. I'll be dragging and placing at the center. Okay. And this height is 48. I'll be dragging and placing it at the center. And this diameter is 24. And this one again it misses, so I'll select this one and I'll click on show annotations. Okay, so I'll select this one, I'll click on OK, so that this dimensions I can this radius I need to specify. So make orientation as your wish so that the arc. So I'll be selecting this one and I'll be placing somewhere so that it's the arc. Okay. And what about this dimension? So I'll be selecting this one. I click on show annotation. So okay, and click on OK. So that these dimensions also will be having here. So select these dimensions. So this is dia 16. So drag it and place it somewhere. So that this is dia 16. And this one is dia is distance is 24. So these things. So all the dimensions are specified. So in a missing dimension, it will be at the back. So this dimension has been this so that I can drag it here. I don't know what is this dimension. Okay. So it has another distance. So this distance, this depth it is showing. So this depth we don't need. So I'll click on delete this dimension. We gave more than the depth, so that the situation is shown like this. So it has been completed. So make it as correct orientation. As per the figure, you have to make the correct orientation. So this is the correct orientation on this one. And better to hide your axis, click here and click on plane display so that these planes are not there whenever you are showing this one. Okay. And this one also CY CSY display also no need. Okay, so this is the one what you require. This depth is also not required. We gave more than the depth. I'll be deleting this one. Okay. The height is same, so height will be displayed. And make sure that you have oriented it correctly. So you have to rotate such a way that it is correctly oriented. Okay, so I hope it is okay. Yeah, so orientation, okay, orientation. So this is orientation and everything complete, and you have to save it as PDF. So click on file, save as, save a copy, and it will ask in the folder. So model name. If you want to change the name is LClamp. If you want to change anything, then you can change here file name, and type is part. PRT dot PRT is the file format. I want to change dot PRT file format to PDF. So I'll scroll down and I'll select the PDF and I'll click on OK. So that then afterward it will you have to it is PDF is in A4, portrait, color, resolution. Resolution is nothing but what clarity. So I want more clarity. So I don't settle down with the 30 dpi. So I'll go for 600 and click on OK, so that after opening the file will be open in the Acrobat. So it's taking some time to say. Then it will save as a PDF here. It will save as a PDF in this case. Okay, that's the end of the video.